Hello all, Rick here again, and today we're looking into the Mass Effect universe, as this is one of my favourite franchises. Was one of my favourite franchises. Is this still a thing? I hope so. Anyway, the Mass Effect lore is vast, and I thought I'd put together some videos on various topics, so enjoy! The Mass Effect universe is expansive, with different species spread all across the galaxy upon a network of interconnected mass relays. But because of the nature of the relays, only around 1% of the Milky Way galaxy has been explored. Maybe 2% if we include the unmapped but populated Traverse and the Terminus systems. The reason for this is the fact that travelling to another star system via a mass relay is like driving through a tunnel. You can't veer from the road until you've reached your destination, so all the stars you've passed along the way are uncharted. And the fact that the distance traversed is in mere seconds. Even at standard faster than light speeds, further exploration would take years to reach a neighbouring star. Most of the known space is therefore known as Citadel space, named after the governing body of the sentient races. This government is the Citadel Council. In the year 580 BCE, a species known as the Asari discovered the Citadel Station, an abandoned space station of suspected Prothean origin. Having been aware of the Protheans for some time from a data cache left by the extinct race on their homeworld, they were relatively familiar with the technology and soon set up shop on the station, naming it the Citadel. The many mass relays in the Serpent Nebula mean that a spacefaring civilization using the relays will inevitably stumble upon it, and after around 60 years, the Solarians arrived at the Citadel, and the two races entered an exchange of technology and cultures. Around 200 BCE, many generations for the Solarians, but well within an Asari's lifespan, the Volus were the next race to discover the Citadel. The Asari and the Solarians had been working together for some time now and decided to form an official union of government. Thus, the Council was created. The Volus helped introduce the Unified Banking Act, which created a universal currency, the Galactic Credit. The Volus became the first species to affiliate themselves with the Council and opened an embassy on the station, as did many other races as time progressed: Batarian, Elcor, Hanar and Quarians. In 1 CE, a mass relay was activated to the Rachni star system and war erupted with the hive mind insect race. This conflict raged until 80 CE, when the Krogan were brought in from their homeworld to fight the Rachni, and by 300 CE, the Rachni were declared extinct. However, around 800 CE, the Krogan population was running out of control and the Krogan rebellions began, raging for at least a century. It took the introduction of the Turians in late 900 CE to fight back against the Krogan, and they deployed the Solarian-made sterilization weapon, the Genophage, against the species. For this and their general military might, something the Council races had been lacking in comparison to the Rachni and Krogan, the Turians were made an official member of the Council, being granted a seat alongside the Asari and the Solarians. During this time, in 693, the Council founded its own operative branch made from the best of the Citadel species and named it the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch, the Spectres. Another vast conflict erupted in 1895 with the Morning War, as the Geth called it. This was the first instance of an AI species gaining true sentience and rebelling against their creators. They retreated from galactic civilization, but their impact would not be forgotten. / 2125 CE marked the discovery of the Yarg species, deemed too dangerous to interact with, and the system's mass relay was permanently guarded and closed. In 2157, the Turians encountered humanity trying to activate Relay 314 and attacked, beginning a short first contact war that was eventually settled when humanity learned of the greater galactic scene and the Council intervened. The humans opened an embassy in 2165 and became the newest species to do so. After the events of Mass Effect in 2183, humanity's Systems Alliance arrived to stop the ancient threat Sovereign and was made the 4th Council species for its contribution. So, the Galactic Council is made up of a representative of the Asari Republic, the Solarian Union, Turian Hierarchy, and the Human Systems Alliance. But what does it do? Well, the Council has installed a number of directives and laws that all affiliated races are expected to obey. These are generally called the Citadel Conventions and cover a few select hot topics. Weapons of mass destruction are strictly policed by the Council, divided into a number of tiers. WMDs constitute any ecosystem-altering weapon, biological or technological. Dirty nukes, viruses, and weaponized meteorites are included. Another enforced law is the outlawing of artificial intelligence due to past experiences with the Geth, and likewise, tampering with a mass relay without official council procedure is forbidden, as you never know what's on the other side, like the Rachni or the Yarg. When a race on the Citadel has an issue involving another power, the Citadel Council can provide mediation and ruling. Aside from a handful of rules agreed upon by a committee, the Citadel Council has no official power in the governance of a member race or allied species. However, their decisions carry a great deal of weight, and as an affiliated species may require the Council's aid in other matters, it's probably not the best idea to ignore their requests. The Council also has a vast fleet of ships made up from mostly Turian, Solarian and Asari ships that can be deployed in war, but it's most often found patrolling the mass relays and systems along the edge of the terminus, beyond which are a myriad of species and individuals who want no say in Council affairs. They also have their own Spectres, agents that can be deployed in secret with the highest spec technology and the best training. A single Spectre can topple a government or save a galaxy. Alongside the careful activation of new mass relays, the Citadel Council also oversees colonisation rights of new habitable planets, as these are a rare resource, relatively speaking. The Council has the weight and power to enforce their rulings, but seldom does so out of a desire to maintain the precarious political balance between all the member races and associated governments. Every member species brings something of their species' strength to the Council. The Asari, being very long-lived, often have great experience and a patient disposition, making them natural mediators and diplomats, often speaking for the Council in most cases. The Solarians have their intelligence network and scientific prowess, while the Turians have their vast military. Humanity, its newest member? Well, I suppose we bring innovation, development, as humans are always pushing to advance. More of an abstract concept than a physical contribution, humanity's councillor tends to get sidelined in decision making. But then again, it's only been a full member for 2 years and part of the galactic scene for around 26. So looking at it like that, it's understandable that humanity doesn't carry as much weight as other races, but throughout the Reaper War, humanity earned its place in earnest. Overall, the position of the Council is an old one, but more precarious than originally thought. After all, they're merely pawns in a much older game, millennia in the making, but that is a video for another day. Thanks for watching. I intend to do a video on the actual Citadel station itself and the mass relays in the near future, so keep an eye out for that if you enjoyed this one. Thanks again for watching. I've been Rick, and until next video, I hope to see you around. I should go.